Hi, this is the voice of Heidie Calero with another interesting economic capsule on the Puerto Rico economy. Don't forget, those of you who follow us in YouTube, to give us like in the voice of Heidie Calero so that you keep receiving our capsules and interesting analysis. I've talked before about the infrastructure and the need for Puerto Rico to invest. There are federal funds that will be coming from CDBG, DR, because of Hurricane Maria back in September 17, and the earthquakes that took place in Puerto Rico as of January of 2020. Many of those funds, even though they have been assigned by Congress, they have not arrived in Puerto Rico, but President Biden has promised that he will be liberalizing those funds so that they come to Puerto Rico and they start being used, especially in infrastructure and in housing. So let's talk today about an important piece of the infrastructure in Puerto Rico that will make us competitive or will break us, and that is the electrical energy system in Puerto Rico. Traditionally, the Puerto Rico Electric Power Authority used to be the jewel of the crown for Puerto Rico. It was very efficient. It provided electricity, generated, distributed, transmitted, all this energy island-wide, from north to south, west to east in Puerto Rico. But many decades ago, it started to be pillaged, if you will, be it by subsidies given to special interest groups or by the political parties that also said, hey, we can also assign people to be employed there by the Puerto Rico Electric Power Authority. And, we all paid. Well, this public monopoly now has contracted with two companies, but I wanted to show you that it is very complex and how many people are involved with the Electric Power Authority to see how many interests are involved. And so if you see in this graph, this is the Puerto Rico Electric Power Authority at the center. Well, there are the bondholders who want to be paid and have not been paid. There is like a $9 billion public debt that is being negotiated with the bankruptcy of Puerto Rico. There are the bankers and the consultants. There are the employees and the unions. There are the subsidies beneficiaries, those who are in the public housing, old people, those who receive the subsidies for electricity. There are the suppliers, not only of oil, but also for machinery and equipment, for other things that the Electric Power Authority uses and buys. And of course, there are the political parties that also are look at populism in terms of this population that will be receiving the subsidies. Their votes. Oh, the employees, the unions, there are also votes. And of course the suppliers. And on top of that, the political appointees that also belong to the political parties and that will also exert pressure on the Puerto Rico Electric Power Authority. So are you surprised why we are so inefficient in terms of our electrical system? Well, now, in order to do that, as of June 22nd of 2020, there was a new contract signed with two companies. Luma Energy is going to be the management company, and Luma Energy Servcro, which is going to be the operator, and that is a consortium of Canadian industries, Canadian companies as well, which includes ALCO, Quanta, IEM, and of course Luma. This is a contract for 15 years, and they will, if that contract is canceled before that period, Puerto Rico will have to pay. So let's look at some of the details of this particular contract. Well, there is a transition period which started back in June 22nd, 2020 through this first quarter of 2021 or as of May or June of this year. Well, already we have paid $154 million because, of course, Luma Energy does not know anything about the inside of the Puerto Rico Electric Power Authority, how it works, who are the employees, all these different and complicated beneficiaries of the Electrical Power Authority. They need to know that system, and we are already paying them to learn. $154 million, including lawyers for these contracts at the rate of $500 or even $1,000 an hour. Puerto Rico is paying for this. Well, the contract for 15 years consists of fixed fees and incentive fees. The fixed fees are from year 1 to 3, $70 million each year, starting in July of 2021. And from year 4 to year 15, it's $105 million each year. Then the incentive fees, there are some milestones there that they should fulfill if they are going to receive some bonuses. And mind you, with that fixed fee, I don't think they would be too interested in receiving any more incentive fees. But anyway, it's not a small amount. The first 3 years, they would receive $13 million. And then from year 4 to year 15, it's going to be $20 million each year. So the present value of that contract is $1.35 billion. In order for this to work, that means that the present value of estimated savings, the efficiencies that this contract will generate for Puerto Rico, should exceed the $1.35 billion. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. Puerto Rico Electric Power Authority is not very good at estimating those savings, so let's take that with a grain of salt. There is a big if. If the savings are going to exceed the cost of this contract, fine, it's positive. If it's going to be the same, still good. But if it's going to be below 1.35 billion, we have a problem because we are just wasting money. The cost of modernizing the Electric Power Authority is estimated at $21 billion. Yes, with a B. There are lots of zeros next to that 21. Where are those funds coming from? Well, Congress appropriation, $1.9 billion already given by the Department of Energy. FEMA obligation as of September, and mind you, it's an obligation. It has not been disbursed. I think there still has to go through a process of appropriation. As of September, the local paper said that they had obliged $10.7 billion. There's still a balance left to achieve this $21 billion, and that's $8.4 billion. What is the source of those monies? Oh, federal funds as well. I mean, your doubt is just an insult to our intelligence. Balances to be appropriated by Congress through CDBG-DR, which are the funds for FEMA, and after Hurricane Maria, when this system, the electrical power system, was really hurt and lots of that infrastructure destroyed and only fixed temporarily. Well, this is not certain, but if this is not going to come out of Congress, then where do you think that money is going to come from? From the increases in the electrical rates. So for Puerto Rico, it seems that there is a lot running in terms of this contract. It may be a bad contract, but the governor has already said that they are going forward with it. They may be looking more, and in terms of the oversight, the Puerto Rico PROMESA board is also looking at the assets that these companies are going to manage, and they have some questions regarding that. Whatever it is, if it's going to give me more savings than its cost, great. But if it's not, it's better to have scratch this contract and start again instead of having a bad contract. Until the next economic capsule, keep safe and follow us in YouTube, the voice of Heidie Calero. Thank you.